folks. We are going to shoot on a topic particularly, which is Porter's generic strategies, Michael Porter's generic strategies, which is a very useful tool or a strategic tool for decision making again. I will start with a quote of Michael Porter's that you can't be everything for everybody, but we can be something for somebody. That means we are not we do not want to target everyone, but we want to target specific segment of customer, a target audience or something like that. So the strategies are basically focused on a concept which is called as competitive advantage. Okay, so let us try to understand what is a competitive advantage. So competitive advantage is what allows a company to perform better than its rival. That means we are talking in terms of competitors. That means how you are doing something better than your rivals in delivering superior customer value or operating more efficiently. So Michael Porter has coined this word called competitive advantage in terms of competition, and particularly he used this concept that in which aspect you are doing performing better than your rivals and particularly delivering superior customer value to the customer so that customer will select you, right? So Michael Porter's generic strategies help firms particularly to achieve competitive advantage, and there are three approaches, three strategies or approaches which is which is based on two important things. One is cost leadership and the other one is differentiation. Cost leadership and differentiation. So coming to the four strategies, coming to this Porter's generic strategies, this is divided into two parameters. One is competitive advantage, which is gauged at a level of low cost, and a differentiation. So there are two strategies to competitive advantage: whether you are a low cost performer or you are offering something which is different from the competition, which is called as differentiation. So competitive advantage is offered in two levels. One is low cost and the other one is differentiation. The other aspect of it, which is in the Y dimension, is the scope of the market. That means whether the scope of the market is broad, which is otherwise called as mass market, or the scope of the market is niche. That means a particular segment of the customer, okay, or a particular audience of the total market you can talk of. So on that basis, it is divided into three strategies particularly. One is cost leadership, where you are offering your at a very low cost to the mass market, a very low cost to the mass market. The other one is differentiation leadership, where we are offering a product which is unique, which is different to the mass market. Third thing, on the basis of the scope of the market, if the scope is is a niche, I mean to say, and you are focusing particularly in that niche, you are focusing on the cost, so you become a cost focus. And in the same niche, in the same target audience, you are focusing on differentiation, in a differentiation focus. So one is your cost leadership, one is cost leadership, one is differentiation leadership, one is cost focus, and one is differentiation focus. So we can categorize it into four strategies, which is otherwise called as Porter's four generic strategies. Now coming to what is the objective of becoming the of the cost leadership strategy, the objective is to become the lowest cost producer in the industry, which can be your unique selling proposition. Now this can be done when you have an economy of scale. That means your demand is very high, okay, and your per unit margin is very less. Secondly, you can have a very efficient operation system where your spillage cost is very, very low. As a result, your efficiency is very high and you are reducing on your cost. Third is you have a total control on your cost centers. That means tight cost control. As a result, your cost of production is very, very less. And the fourth last point is that when the entire market is very price sensitive and lower cost is preferred by the lower prices are preferred by the customer. That is the objective of cost focus. Now coming to this cost leadership strategy, the firm becomes the lowest cost producer in the industry, or the firm is trying to become the lowest cost producer in the industry. So it can offer lower prices than the competitors, or maintain average prices with higher margins. The companies, the example can be like your Walmart globally offering products at a very low prices, or they have a they have a pricing strategy of EDLP, that is everyday low prices. On the similar lines, in India particularly, DMart is working in the retail sector, that their prices are very low. As a producer, Patanjali is producing the products at a low cost, at a very low cost, and it is one of the company which has have control over their costs. So these are the three examples globally and in Indian context, that how a company can achieve cost leadership, so which can be a competitive advantage for the company. Now coming to differentiation. So the objective of differentiation as a strategy is offering unique products that or that gives a superior customer value, and customers are willing to pay a premium because of the feature. The most important things here is that the company must have a strong brand, because of which consumer will trust the company. The innovation and quality people will trust. So and one of the important thing in differentiation is when you are developing a superior customer service, right? When you are targeting differentiation, the firm offers the products or services which are very unique, superior, and are highly valued by the customer. Highly valued by the customer means customers are willing to pay a premium for it. Like for example, you can say Apple, which is a premium tech company, and customers are willing to pay higher prices for Apple, and then because of its exclusivity and because of the brand value. Similarly, if you talk of shoes, Nike is having that brand power. If you talk of automobile segment, then Tata Motors, Jaguar, Land Rover has a luxury differentiation. You can talk of Toyota, Lexus. Okay, so these are some of the strategies. Now coming to focus strategy, objective is to target a specific niche market. Now this can be classified on the two bases. One is in the niche market, when you have a cost focus, that means you want to offer the products at the lowest cost in the niche segment. And the other type is you want to offer the product in the niche market with a differentiation focus, that means unique product for a specific segment. This strategy is called as the focus strategy. So company, mostly in a focus strategy, company targets a narrow segment. Narrow segment means the number of customers would be very less, and a particular specific characteristics of the market instead of the whole market. That means we are not going for the mass market. So in this narrow segment, when we are focusing, we can focus in two types. One is either we have a cost focus or we have a differentiation focus. Now coming to the cost focus, we are trying to achieve the lowest cost. Okay, like for example, a local private bus operator offering cheapest fares on select routes, or you can talk of beverage company like Lahori Zira, who is operating in North India and Indian market, particularly in Northern India, and they are trying to focus on cost. That means the per unit price of the product would be less. The other can be differentiation focus, that is offering specialized high value products to a niche market. Like for example, Fab India, okay, which is offering traditional handcrafted products, clothes or textiles to a niche segment. Porsche, luxury performance niche segment. So these are some of the companies which are focusing on differentiation strategy, but to a niche market, not to a mass market. So that is a difference. Thank you so much.